lead a healthy and glittering lifestyle and live life to the fullest. Though this may seem impossible, unrealistic and wrong for the majority of people, they are often asked, "Don't you eat meat?" Their answer is simple: I do not want to harm myself, the planet, and another living being. For the heroes of this week's Generation UA program, vegetarianism is a lifestyle, a way of thinking, and a world outlook that changed their lives for the better. Vegetarianism is not only a diet for me, it's also my world outlook. First of all, it's love for all living beings. Initially, my family and friends didn't uphold my decision to become a veganist, but later they understood why I chose such a lifestyle and also eventually joined me. Now I feel like Snow White, who loves animals instead of eating them. As I know, International Vegetarianism Day was established in 1977, though I think this holiday dates back to much earlier times. Veganism appeared long after vegetarianism. Seeing as Ukraine has chosen the European path of development, European trends and lifestyles are today having a notable impact on Ukrainians. Veganism is becoming more popular among young people with every day. That is easy to notice. You can see this just by communicating with strangers. 5, 4, 3 years ago, veganism was nothing more than a bizarre subculture. Now this culture has become absolutely clear for the majority of young people. In my opinion, veganism is not related to contemporary movements. Unfortunately, veganism is not mainstream for us. It is rather an understanding of the role of human beings on our planet. Ukraine is becoming closer to the rest of the world, and its interest started extending beyond small towns. In my opinion, the Euromaidan events opened Ukrainians' eyes to the whole world, and Ukraine became closer to it. We understood that we were not alone in the world, and the world started to take interest in Ukraine. The interest of Ukrainians in world events has also considerably grown. When I decided to become a vegetarian, I got rid of everything that didn't meet my moral principles. First, I threw my cosmetics away, gave my leather footwear to others, and asked my mother to remove the fur from all my winter jackets.
Заставила маму распороть все мои зимние куртки, срезать туда мех. Да, я была очень трудным ребенком.
Yes, I was quite the problem child. I also suddenly realized that I ate sausages. I asked myself, why do you eat them? They're made of killed animals. So I simply decided to become a vegetarian.
Я решила, что я буду вегетарианкой.
Стимулом стало, наверное, какое-то такое...
The so-called inner understanding gave me an impulse. It is very difficult to explain. The wish for good, love, and creativity came from within. It is unnatural to eat our friends.
Любви, созидания, и что это неестественно есть друзей. И мне хотелось подтверждения, поскольку я невысокая, худенькая, мне все близкие говорили, нет.
I wanted to hear confirmation because I am not tall and thin. All my relatives said, "How will you live without meat? It is dangerous for your health." I consulted many doctors and they said that I should not refuse from meat. I was thinking who would say to me that I do not need meat. Once I found a doctor who asked me, "Do you know you need a diet?" Since that time, I did not have an allergy. Earlier, I had headaches, but now I don't have such a problem. Now I take a cold in stride. I get a common cold, but it is minor compared with other people who have viruses and major problems with their health. I was waiting for this moment for a long time. I waited when I would not have to eat meat anymore. Now I do not eat meat and feel quite relieved.
First,
I lost the desire to eat meat and refused to eat this food, though I was not even thinking about vegetarianism. I never read books about it, but my family and friends ask me almost every day, "Why don't you eat meat?" So I had to read up what vegetarianism is and why people stop eating meat. I needed to do that to keep up to a conversation. I didn't want to do harm to the outside world. I refused from meat intuitively.
Меня это подтолкнуло от отказа от мяса.
Существует много видов вегетарианства.
There are many kinds of vegetarianism. It depends on the kind of food a vegetarian eats. Vegetarianism is abstention from meat. Consumption of milk products is what nutrition experts call lacto-vegetarianism. If a person eats eggs, it is called lacto-ovo-vegetarianism. Veganism is abstention from products of animal origin in general.
Животного происхождения, вообще продукцию. Я Вегетарианка около 4 лет, и в таком переходе...
I have been a vegetarian for the past 4 years. Currently, I'm preparing to become a veganist. I had no doubt in becoming a vegetarian. But as for veganism, I read a range of information that confused me even more. So I believed nobody and nothing and decided to try it. Milk? I liked it when I was a kid. I liked all dairy products. They say these days that dairy products are not beneficial for human health and for animals. So I ventured to become a veganist. I didn't eat dairy products for a month. When I ate them the next time, I felt queasy. I decided to abstain from this kind of food. I had no difficulty doing that.
Не очень комфортно, давай от этого откажемся. Окей, без проблем.
Мой переход на веганство был очень быстрым. Я не была
I
вегетарианкой.
became a veganist very quickly. I was not a vegetarian for a long time. I had been a vegetarian only for 3 months, and then I watched a video about how workers of a dairy farm behave with cows. After watching this video, I cried for 3 days straight. So I decided, even if I die, I will not eat dairy products. But it turned out that I did not need to die. On the contrary, abstination from dairy products helped me get rid of all gastrointestinal diseases.
То, наоборот, отказ от молочной продукции убрал все проблемы с желудочно-кишечным трактом. И я думаю, ура, это же круто.
I thought it was cool. Let everyone be a veganist. My husband also became a veganism a year after I had become one. He simply didn't have any other choice. Now my mother is also a vegan. Generally, my relatives astonish me. When I visit them, they offer so many recipes of tasty dishes. Even I do not know that many recipes.
Все мои родственники.
Найти продукты вообще не проблема.
It is not a problem to find the necessary products. You can make an order online. There are grains and wheat seeds. There is much healthy food available. Besides, almost anyone can grow the necessary plants. Almost all Ukrainians have grandmothers who live out in the village. My grandmother cooks raw food and vegan dishes for me with great pleasure.
Сначала я перестал есть мясо, это по сути...
First, I stopped eating meat. In particular, I maintained a lacto-ovo-vegetarian diet, though at the same time I continued eating fish. Following a diet including fish is called pesco-vegetarianism. Later, I refused from fish, eggs and meat. It was a full vegetarian. I became a veganist when I refused from milk and honey and stopped wearing leather clothes and fur.
Когда я стал веганом, на мой взгляд, никто не может сказать, что я стал веганом.
Veganism means not only abstination from products of animal origin, but it is also a constant process of awareness of how you influence the world and other living beings.
Часто, когда я еду в маршрутке, например...
When I go by bus somewhere and see women dressed in fur, I want to say to them, you're dressed in skins of 60 killed living beings. But I never do that because I may offend them by saying that. They will not understand me because veganism requires a gradual understanding.
Все-таки постепенный процесс осознания. Когда я стал веганом и понял, что нужно рассказать об этом.
When I became a veganist, I understood that I had to tell people that veganism didn't mean to fully abstain from food. When you refuse from meat and fish, you simply replace these products with other ones. So I realized that the best way to prove it to the society is to open a coffee shop and show people how tasty vegan cuisine can be.
Год назад мы открыли первое
A year ago, we opened the first vegan resto coffee. This is somewhere between a restaurant and a coffee shop. It has no analogs in Ukraine. Earlier, only vegan street food was sold in Ukraine.
За год 5 раз поменяли меню.
During a year, we changed our menu 5 times, including cuisine of different countries, Georgia, Spain, Israel, and Italy, because many cuisines of the world consist of many vegan dishes. We held Ukrainian Cuisine Week. Its menu included traditional vegan dishes, for example, vareniki, stuffed dumplings, and borscht with nettle.
Например, вареники, борщ с крапивой.
In the majority of cases, the decision to become a vegetarian is a personal one for every person. In other words, such people need support and are looking for people who lead a similar lifestyle. I think that there are many such clubs, but they are in particular local ones. I know that this movement is spreading in Dnipro and Lviv. A vegetarian festival that united people of this lifestyle has been held in Kyiv for 5 years and running. All these events are held to get people who are interested involved in it. It helped them get acquainted with new people and communicate with them.